Well, let's get back to talking about TCS. That's the top nifty loser. The company disappointed on its top line. It's the global macro environment. There were delays in a lot of deal closures, pauses in the deal, so they started late. And as a result of which, even their international business, which is X of the BSNL deal, had a degrowth of nearly 0.5% versus the management's own expectation of a little bit of growth. They said, this quarter missed their own estimates by nearly 100 basis points. But we had a chance, Prashant and I, to catch up with the CFO of the company and the CHRO, Samir Seksaria and Milind Lakkad. And this would be Milind's last interview as the CHRO. He hangs his boot, retires on the 30th of September. Listen in to our conversation.
Two perspectives. If you look at last quarter, we did call out, given the uncertainty, from a headwind which we called out was that operating leverage might be impacted with higher utilization, and that is one thing which played out. We anticipated growth and invested in capacity, whereas we saw towards the end some demand contraction coming in, and that was one impact. In spite of that, we delivered a 30 basis points margin improvement. A considerable part is coming from BSNL and some currency benefit coming from it, offset by what we spoke about before.
I know BSNL is not a popular topic, but I kind of press on it every quarter. The new order, the BSNL order, can you give us broad contours? Is it? I mean, the last one was 2024. You got it right. That was the $2 billion order, which is winding down now.
Which was for the 100,000 sites, whatever the order was. Yes.
And the size this time is about $350 million.
So 26,000 sites. It's about 2,900 is the APO which we have received. APO is just the advance PO. The circle-wise POs need to be received, so it's not in the TCV this time. So once we receive the circle-wise PO, that's when the execution
would
start.
Starts to get implemented from Q2?
Once we get it, it should come in Q2 positively, and then the execution starts. I think the 100,000 sites were delivered at record speed. We'd expect a similar
and relative to the margins, your margins, is this order once again like the previous one in that sense dilutive?
So relatively margins would be differential. It's in terms of, it's very similar to the previous one.
Milind, before you go, wage hike is coming, quantum, timing?
See, we're still calibrating. We're still yet to decide in terms of how the business decision will turn around and when will it turn around, and based on that we decide. So we have not made any decision on that front yet.
Okay, got that. Also hiring, you all hired ahead of demand, anticipating demand didn't come through. So now clearly you're sitting on a lot of bench strength. And demand is still uncertain. So what's going to be the hiring plan for the remaining? As of now.
See, these things do happen in our industry, and I always talk about that. Sometimes it is not in line with what you see on the revenue side. Sometimes it is because of the investments we make. All of that happens, right? And that's how you should look at it this time also. Going forward, we will definitely, depending on the business demand for both. From the market and from the campus, we will calibrate and decide how many to get in every quarter.
Samir, full year margins. Kriti was telling us that at least the international market growth in FY26 should be better than FY25. On margins, how do you think this year will pan out versus last year?
So overall, the only guidance which we have given is the guiding beacon, and that stays. Right now, given the overall macro and uncertainty which prevails, our focus is in terms of going ahead and capturing the demand, looking at what our client priorities are, and investing for ensuring long-term growth with profitability.
But considering that there is negative operating leverage because of lack of growth, what measures are you taking in terms of margin defense?
So as Prashant also pointed out, that we have built up capacity. We already have. So we have capacity for the future.
So now hiring should be, you think it's frozen, would you say? No. Tactical will take place, but...
No, it will, I will never say it's frozen, but we will calibrate based on what the situation is.
Sorry.
Calibrate is business speak for...
coming back to...
It's not frozen?
No, it's not only one-way street, right? It would be a balancing act on various parameters.
We have certain attrition also, right?
But is that attrition linked to, because you didn't give wage hikes?
So?
So you typically give it in April. That
Yeah.
didn't happen. So did
So I
that
think
result
that-
in higher attrition this time?
No. See, the point is overall, based on the market situation, this is the first or second time we have done something like that. So and continued communication with our people is the key, and we continue to do that. And I don't relate both of these points that 13.8% with the fact that the wage hike is not given is not the only reason why people leave.
Not the only reason.
Samir, talk to us a little bit about the environment, right? I mean, just an anecdote. The tariffs on Brazil came at 50%. I was talking to an economist and I was asking him, have you put pen to paper and changed estimates for Brazil? He's a global economist at a MNC bank. He said, no, we have not made any estimates because we don't know that 50% will be there, or by August that 50% will be 25% or 20%. So they've not made any changes. I mean, and that's quite telling. I mean, my question to you is, are businesses responding like that, or businesses are, as you see it, panicking because with what is happening, pulling back? Kriti described it as tactical sort of ramp downs, maybe deferment of projects, etc., but tactical in nature. So what are you seeing?
I think, as you called out, a start-pause scenario and specifically on a trade situation gives no one comfort. So I think I see it as a lot of enterprises being on a wait and watch mode on getting more clarity as it happens. But that uncertainty impacts us more because in a wait and watch mode, everyone starts getting cautious, delays start happening, and that is one of the reasons what we saw play out in Q1 against what we were planning for.
The deal booking value is also, but although that is a lumpy figure.
Yes.
Did it include any mega deal?
No, it did not include any mega deal. The BSNL isn't there in it.
Is not included as a part of it.
Because it's only an APO.
The percentage of cost takeouts versus discretionary, has cost takeout even gone up further?
Yes. The primary demand drivers have been on cost optimization and vendor consolidation. Discretionary is under pressure.
Okay, let's get some perspective. What should one do with this